The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
It is a Monday here at the Star in Frisco and inside the SWBC podcast studio. What are you up to, Heckma, over there?
I'm trying to show them how to follow us on Twitter.
I love it.
Trying to bring in new people.
I love it.
Just because he
So how do you do it?
Just because he turned your
show
back
me how
on
you follow us here.
Go right up here. All right.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Trying to help. I mean, it's the
Are
show.
we following on what? What are we following on? What platform are we following
This
on?
is
there?
Twitter.
That's your X follow.
Yeah, the X, yeah. So
your
that's
X
the
follow.
X.
I was just listening to the coach's press conference on X myself. So we welcome all of you who have been watching Brian Schottenheimer on X. Welcome in here to Mick Shots. Bill Jones, Everson Walls, Heckma Harrison.
That's me.
And the star of the show, Mickey Spagnola, who has just run down from Shotty's press conference. And by the way, Everson, we missed you on Friday.
Thank you
We
so
wanted
much,
your
man.
take on the game on Thursday night. So we look forward to that
We gotta
over
get
the
that.
course of the next
No doubt.
45 minutes here. But, Mickey, is there anything that we need to know from Shotty's press conference?
A few things, I think. You're still having trouble with your headset because that white button is lit
You just
up.
talk. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that he basically said it's his message to the team was it's a new week. You watched the film because they didn't get to watch the film of the game on Friday. The players had to have that time off, I guess. So said we did some things well and we need to do some things better going forward. Also, obviously, the question came up about playing the Giants, and Daboll didn't commit to Russell Wilson after the game when he was asked about if he's still your starter. And Schottenheimer said that, he knows a heck of a lot about Russell Wilson because he was with him.
He also knows a heck of a lot about Brian Daboll, the Giants head coach. He is
who-
not going to tell
us anything
throughout the week who his starting quarterback is going to be.
He said because he's been around Bill.
Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick.
So his other point was that he understood that Dart had a package going into that game so that they would be familiar with both quarterbacks just in case.
Okay.
Smart.
Right? So I think that was the gist of most everything he said.
Well, and we'll get into the Giants, obviously, as the week goes on. Coming into the season, though, with Russell Wilson being their starting quarterback, and Jackson Dart looked great in the preseason and when he was playing in games. But when I looked at the Giants' schedule to start the season, I thought it's very prudent to have a veteran quarterback start the first half of this season. Let me just run it down real quick for you. They started with a 21-6 loss at Washington yesterday. They play at Dallas Sunday at noon, AT&T Stadium. Then they get Kansas City at home, the Chargers at home. Oh, wait, let's see. The Chargers beat Kansas City on Friday night. Okay. Then they're at New Orleans. Okay, we'll put a W in there. Then they're home against Philadelphia, at Denver, at Philadelphia, and then San Francisco. That's how they start the season. I think you want a veteran quarterback during that stretch.
I wish we had the draft jingle right there. It says, with the number one pick in this draft, the New York Giants select.
So I would think when the schedule came out, even though they had drafted in the first round Jackson Dart, when the schedule came out, they thought, you know what, Jackson Dart, if things aren't going well by midseason, Jackson Dart, you're the starter at midseason. But maybe they'll pull the trigger on it earlier.
They might do it earlier.
That's right. Yeah.
It seems like Russell, he doesn't know how to improvise.
It seems like he has forgotten how to do that.
Because he came into the league able to improvise.
Improvised all over the place. And even though he has a worse offensive line than he's ever been behind in regards to, was it Pittsburgh, of course, been in Seattle, you saw him being able to manipulate things to where when he's in the pocket, your first option is not there, I can catch my second or third option. It seems like now, if his first option is not there, he just seems to just go crazy, and the wires just don't connect in his head. And he's sitting there at that point, he just looks like he's flailing.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even look like his second option or third option. It looks like it's always a bad option, no matter how he does it. And you saw a lot more skill in the pocket back in the day than you do now. And that's been something that's been consistent with every team, both teams that he's gone with up until this point. He doesn't seem to have that magic anymore that he used to have.
That's why he's no longer in Seattle.
Yeah, but is it just that? I mean,
well, if you watched him play since he left, his first instinct is to take off and run.
That's true.
But why don't we say this? When a player's physical abilities diminish, they have to have something else in their game. Yeah. You look at a player like Aaron Rodgers, he can still sling it, right? He may not be able to run like he used to, but his location on his ball is still there.
And I'm sure Russell was thinking in Rodgers mode.
Yeah.
You know, let me just flick it out there. And the flicks ain't working.
No, the flicks aren't working. Moving the pocket isn't working. His scrambling isn't working either. So, it started at Pittsburgh, and I think people started to see like, oh, man, Russ is a shadow of himself. And when I heard Brian Daboll not commit to Russ, because I want to see Russ.
Yeah.
I want to see Russ. That's the quarterback I want is Russ. And it's not that Jackson Dart, obviously playing good in preseason is one thing. He's still a rookie. So I believe you throw a rookie out there, he can be confused by multiple defenses and putting pressure on him. But I think on the other side for Russ, man, I don't never want to be one of those people that say, man, you're way past due, right? I just feel
don't put your limitations on someone
absolutely
else.
Right. And I don't want to do that. But it feels like once those things, like he's not as mobile as he used to be, doesn't have the arm that he used to have, the location isn't there, he's a shadow of himself. Yeah.
The other thing that's happening in New York right now on their offensive line is that Andrew Thomas, their left tackle, did not play yesterday. You recall last year he had a season cut short with Liz Frank surgery.
Yes.
And they are going into the game on Friday. I think he was working out. He was close, but he was scratched, and so he did not play yesterday. And so that's another thing to monitor as we go through the week. All right, first NFL Sunday of the new year, and what a great Sunday it was just to sit back and watch football.
Oh, it was so good. And I spent all day on my couch watching games, and it started early and it went late, and I was so mad at myself, Everson. I'm in mid-season form. I fell asleep on the night game and did not see the end of it. I'm in mid-season form already.
I think with mine, it's my health. I need to worry about my health. If I sit at home too long and you're just sitting there and there's just great food all over the place, what do you do, man? You sit there and you just make it. You just let it all go.
Well, hey, man, the games that I was definitely paying attention to that Commanders and Giants game.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the Commanders are going to be really good. Yeah. And that Jaden Daniels, although he missed on a few throws in that game, wide open, the Commanders are going to be one of those teams in the NFCs that we're going to have to definitely contend with for a long time because of him.
I think that I may have said it on this show, I've said it elsewhere, that there's going to be a different division winner once again for whatever the 21st straight year, and I'm afraid it might be the Commanders this year. That's what I think of them.
You're on to them, huh?
After the game I saw Thursday night, a lot of people should be thinking, okay, well, we need to watch out for these Cowboys.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people should be thinking that. You had a team that was very motivated to say, Micah who? They were motivated for that. I mean, not that they showed it, but that should be your entire year. Like, I'm going to make up for what you guys thought was our deficit. If I'm going to be playing on that defense, that front seven especially, we're going to show you that we're still someone to be dealt with. And they tried to show that in the game the other day, playing against a very talented team. That game could have gone off the rails real soon, real early on. And I think we were so stubborn that we did not allow that to happen at all.
Very good, Emerson.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't think that before the game, though, did you?
I did not think that before the game.
So you were surprised with what you saw on
Pleasantly
Thursday
surprised.
night.
I was. But once again, consistency is the key. That's going to be the thing for every NFL team. You saw a lot of parity in the league yesterday. I want to see who comes out of that. We got the first game. Okay, we're still up here trying to figure out which balls we're juggling, right? In the pause. But otherwise, we need to be ready for the Giants to surprise us with some surprising vigor. We need to be ready for that. We can't go in there and say, okay, they've already shown us where they are. Now we've shown where we are. Well, now week 2 it's going to be totally different all the way around.
Let's just compare what the Cowboys did on Thursday night, the atmosphere that they were playing in at Philadelphia, a city that was celebrating a Super Bowl championship, and they were loaded for bear. It's Dallas week.
You got
to
spin
compare
involved,
with what the Lions did yesterday at Green Bay.
Yeah.
A similar scenario in that with the arrival of Micah, the Packer fans, all of a sudden they're like, okay, we can win it all this year.
Yeah.
And it was totally different the way the Cowboys were able to perform, even in a loss, compared to what the Lions did going into the quote-unquote hornet's nest in Green Bay yesterday.
They just seemed off. I mean, just off. I don't know. It's because they had to change coordinators, which, the Cowboys
Big
Lost
part
a
of it.
lot of
Same
stuff.
thing.
Big part
Lost
of
a
it.
lot of stuff.
Which the Cowboys have done too on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, exactly, and special teams too. But they just didn't look. They just didn't look in sync. They didn't have their normal vigor. Going into a game like that, you would think you would have it, right?
That last year they went into every game
Right.
with that vigor. Every game.
Starting with the first
Didn't
game of the
matter where they
year. Was it
played.
last year they played at Kansas City? No, it was the year before.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
This-
Opener.
So yeah, that was very strange. And then what Washington did, it's fine, but it was the Giants.
Right.
Their offensive line, I thought they were trying to improve that. It didn't look any better than it did last.
The running game was any running game to be?
Yeah, Russell Wilson had 8 carries for 44 yards to lead the team.
Oh wow.
Right?
And see, now that's not fair to Russ.
I know.
I'm saying this
Yeah.
from their standpoint. Why don't you get a running game in there? You know that this man is the age.
They had
he is.
one. He's in Philadelphia.
And see, there you go.
There you go.
When he was in Philadelphia
Wrap that up. Put a bow on
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Tyrone
Yeah,
Tracy.
It's not like it's anything new. They came into they didn't improve at all in their running game.
They drafted Cam Scattaboo.
Oh, that's your boy. That's right.
Yeah.
He's not my boy, but he had 2 carries from -3 yards.
But-
but he
And
had
Tyrone Tracy, their
he had
lead
a
back,
hack- he had a hell of a blitz pickup, though.
Tyrone Tracy, their lead back, had 10 carries for 24 yards.
You can imagine how many 3-and-outs they had.
No, but the worst part is once they got to the inside the 10, I figured out that they ended up from the 8-yard line in 2 possessions. They had 8 chances, and they ended up with a field goal and giving the ball up on downs. 8 times from the 8-yard line or closer. That's inexcusable,
Yeah.
right? You got to get in the end zone one time.
Yeah. NFC East opponents, guys. That's how I felt about it. And regardless of how the Giants look, it's going to be a tough matchup either way. But they look bad. They look like the offensive line was down. Running game was absolutely terrible. But can I just real quickly? I just want to go back to Micah Parsons and a Green Bay Packers uniform. It looked off, but I'm gonna tell you what he did do. He put plenty of pressure on the quarterback, and you see what makes him special. Yeah. You see why teams have to come out and scheme up for him, double team him, because at the end of the game, when you're trying to make a play to either stay in the game, you have to worry about where Micah is. Now, it's for us now, to your point, it's all by committee. You got 7, 8 guys, the rotational pieces. Everybody has to be in on this in order to present that kind of a pressure.
And see, when Micah was here, we have, people have thrown up certain things, brought up things that he can't do. His weaknesses can be covered up very well on a team that has more talent. And what you saw yesterday was he had less responsibility.
Well, he had 30 snaps, and he didn't have to play the run.
See that? So that's the way he's going to be used.
Right.
That's the best case scenario for how they're going to use him. And I believe that's exactly why they signed him, because they know we've got everything else covered. All we got to do is just insert here. And you've got a defense that's going to be even better than it was last
year. So are they only going to play him 30 snaps a game, where he's only going to play on pass situations? Well, he's going to play 65 whatever snaps there are in a game, so he's going to have to play the run.
That's because he had a bad back, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, back.
But
it's better now.
Right?
It's amazing.
It's $47 million. It'll help you.
That's amazing.
No, you're right. Play him 60 snaps a game.
And he's going to play 60.
Somebody's going to start running right at him. They didn't.
He was never in a situation. Well, I didn't watch the entire game, but
I did.
I'm assuming that he was never in a situation where
he was mostly in for pass rush situations. Right. And okay, he got his sack. It was garbage time at the end of the game.
Oh, Mick.
It was garbage time at the end of the game. And where did his sack come from?
Okay.
It's
garbage time.
He came from the backside, and he ran Goff down when Goff was trying to run.
Well, he
closed the curtain.
He wasn't really trying to run.
Here's the other thing. I thought Penny Sewell was a really good tackle. He couldn't deal with Micah.
Mm-hmm.
He was. I mean, I remember going into that draft. Everybody's telling me, well, the Cowboys got to take Penny Sewell. He had other guys lining up against him in that game, and they were beating him too. Mm-hmm. So I was pretty disappointed in watching. Now I don't, going to say I watch him play 60 snaps a game, but I saw him in this game. But no one said they traded Micah because he was bad, right? I mean, you don't get 12, 13 sacks a year because you're chopped meat. You expected him. But don't give me that stuff about the back, okay? There was nothing wrong with that back the whole time. And they were just using that as an excuse. And I thought a friend of mine that covers the Packers for the Milwaukee Sentinel, Journal Sentinel, when he was doing a podcast and somebody asked him about Micah's back. He goes, yeah, you know what the weird thing about the back was? He goes, that thing came out, everybody had it at the same time, right? He goes, so you know what that means? The agent put all that stuff out there, right? So
about needing an epidural to play and stuff. And that was, in fact, it was last Monday. It was at the precise time that the video came out of Micah at practice with the Packers. Then all of a sudden we start getting inundated on X. Everybody's got it. But he's going to need an epidural to play on Sunday. Yeah.
Hey, man, this is a shame how those players treat those poor owners, man. I mean, you got to feel sorry for them, huh, Spags?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah. I feel so sorry for those owners, man. Those bully players, they just can bully those owners around. God, let's move on. Let's move on from this.
I didn't say that.
I am just so upset.
All right, we're going to move on from this, and we got so much more to get to here on Mick Shots. More on the first Sunday of the season. Plus, I want more from Everson on what he saw from the Cowboys on Thursday night.
Got it.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed, like getting through self-checkout by yourself.
Warning, each item must be placed in the bagging area.
Not guaranteed.
Place item in the bagging area. Place item in the bagging area.
You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, deals you want, and service you deserve. Or we make it right. Terms and conditions apply. Visit att.com/guarantee for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
The countdown to game day starts with Rally Days presented by SeatGeek. Get behind-the-scenes look at AT&T Stadium, meet the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and alumni, play games, win prizes, and get more. Get your tickets at AT&T Stadium/Rally Days, and I will be there.
All right. The former Cowboy and former New York Giant will be there, Everson Walls, who, by the way, in the break was lamenting the fact that it is a noon kickoff, a rare noon kickoff at AT&T Stadium Sunday for a Cowboys-Giants game. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking the same thing. Normally, this early in the season, Cowboys-Giants would be at least a 3:25 kickoff, if not a Sunday night football game. Yeah. Well, it is on Fox on Sunday at noon, and the 3:25 game on Fox, Eagles at Chiefs. So that's what Fox decided to go with instead.
Did you like playing noon games?
It didn't matter to me.
All right.
It really didn't. I think I like noon games better because I guess nervousness or just focus. I never wanted to eat before I played. So those late games, you're going to.
You didn't throw up before games like Drew did.
No, none of that. None of that stuff. That Drew was something. You talk about somebody who's nervous, I guess, nervous energy. Energy, I would imagine. But he threw up before every game.
We had a guy on our tennis team playing USTA. Before every match, he would throw up behind the fence, right? And these other guys goes, "Oh, is he going to be okay?" And we're like, "No big deal."
He does that.
He does it every week.
Okay. Before we dive into our first impressions of the Cowboys here, Mickey, I want a yes or no answer from you. I do not want you to go on and on talking about it if you watched it. Did you watch Sinner versus Alcaraz yesterday? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That was U.S. Open tennis.
Oh, okay.
I had two TVs going.
Okay, all right. I said that's it. I just need to know. I know he's a big tennis guy, and so you did get your tennis in yesterday too,
and Saturday too.
Tough
Okay,
semifinal matchup. Shoot.
All right. First impressions going back to Thursday night. Let's start on offense. And around the horn, what are your thoughts on this Cowboys offense after round one against the Eagles with Brian Schottenheimer calling the plays?
I really like the play where Dak comes up to the best defensive player on their team and gets him thrown out of the game. That was the best.
I love the body language of that. The leader of your offense is standing up to the bully on the block.
That's right. And got him thrown out of the game.
And didn't punch him.
Yeah. No punches were thrown. So that was good. I like that one. But you could clearly see that we took advantage of that. I would imagine without Carter in the game, they had to breathe a sigh of relief. You still had to play ball, which they did. I thought our offensive line did a very good job of keeping that good defensive line at bay. It gave Dak a chance during most times to do what he does, to improvise. It gave him a chance to not have, like we talk about sometimes in the pocket, he wasn't seeing ghosts.
Right.
He kept the people staying out of his blind spot. He knew who was where at all times of the ball game. That's because he had time to do that, and there were times when, on his own, you saw what Dak was ready for the pressure to come. He was ready to improvise in case that didn't pan out. So that has nothing to do with the offensive line. That's anticipating where they're going to be weak, and then you're going to adjust. He did it a lot in the pocket during the game. Of course, when you got a good running game going, then that's going to keep him off track as well. So that defensive line couldn't just sit back and start coming at Dak. They had to respect that running game by what looked like Tony Dorsett back there with that number 33 on. I don't know what the heck was going on with that.
But what did you think of his ability to run the football?
Oh, he's tough, man. He is strong. He will bring it to you.
He is Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams brings it to you.
Yeah.
He ain't waiting.
Yeah.
So this is going to happen. Let's just see who wins. And I saw him drag at least 6 guys almost going into the end zone. I think
the 11-yard run down to the 1-yard line.
That was a first down, correct? He ended up getting the first down on that. So now we're inside the 5 with the first down. That was really all him. And those linemen were not scared. They were ready to play ball. That was an old school NFC East ball game.
So Schottenheimer's thoughts when he talked to the team, he said he was most happy with they played physically and the team played with discipline.
Yes.
But the first thing he brought up was the physicality that he thought they had played with. Now, it was brought up that they didn't give up a sack in the game. And as he said, it's a humbling business. This is an excellent front coming in here on Sunday.
Now, it could have been at least 2 sacks. But,
he ducked out of
He ducked out of one. There was a couple other ones where he just made some good moves.
Ran 20 yards for 3.
Yeah.
So, it seemed like it anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're talking – that's good. But you're talking about I like the attitude of us going into the game. You could see when we played Philly the last couple of games, they were scared. No one figured that they were going to win. And it didn't take long for Philly to put their mark on those 2 previous games. This game, no, they felt doubt the entire game. Talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, they felt doubt the entire game, especially on the defensive side. And that's what you want to do when you go on the road. You want to put doubt in that team's mind. No, this ain't going to be no easy walk.
Yeah. As I stated on Friday, I felt like the team, after watching the preseason and Coach Schottenheimer talk about being vanilla, not having any expectations, I love the way that they performed. I love the way that they performed with the running game. I was high on a guy like Phil Maffa in the preseason, but then when I saw Williams, I was like, yeah, okay, and I'm with you too, man. 33, I don't know why they, but even Miles Sanders wearing 24. I was like, I think Everson may feel the way about that.
By the way, I want you to continue your thought, but the breaking news this morning, Everson, is Israel Mukwamu, the former number 24, is now a member of the Carolina Panthers practice squad, along with Tommy Akingbasote, the 7th-round draft pick they signed today with Carolina. So
what a tie-in right there, Bill. But that, look, that
thank God for 24. We would have never known it. We would have never known it.
Chris said I act like he's a client of mine.
I mean, offensively, that's the. I don't want to say I won't use the word scared. I would just say timid, right? But I didn't see that. And for everybody else that didn't have any idea besides Mickey how the team was going to look, I felt like, hey, if you're going to come to a bar fight, you better come with everything. And that's what it imminently.
Even if you know you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Let's go in with
And I think the offensive line did exactly that. And we talked about it beforehand, the line of scrimmage, how important that was. And I think they established the line of scrimmage. Dak looked good. But it really was at the end of the day, after I've watched this game several times, it was only 1 or 2 things that was the reason why you didn't win this game.
And that's good. That is good. You only got 1 or 2 things. And one of them is glaring. I hate to put, the game on that one thing, but, I put it like this. You catch a guy, a good team, a really good team and a good leader will say, hey, man, you drop, my passes. I'm still coming at you again. The last pass could have been thrown better as a quarterback. That's what I'm going to say.
So you don't have to dive.
Yeah. I mean, and you got pressure coming from this side. I mean, we expect that stuff from CD. but we don't expect the misses. But we expect him to make that catch. And when you put that miss on top of the 3 misses, then you're saying, oh, he could have made that one too. Well, Dak could have thrown it better. And Dak will tell you, man, if he would have thrown it better, that's a touchdown.
Which is why on Friday afternoon, he was out here on the jugs machine catching balls.
So we got done with Mick shots at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm taping the Brian Schottenheimer show at 2 o'clock. So I'm walking down here on the walkway here, going to the TV studio, and the jugs machine is right outside the TV studio. And I'm looking out there, I'm going, there's a player out there with his helmet on catching balls on the jugs machine. And it was CD. Yeah. So this was literally, what time did y'all land on Friday morning?
We
5 a.m.?
landed about 4:15.
Okay.
So before
so
anybody
basically,
got home was 5 o'clock.
He went home, took a nap, I assume, and the first thing he did was come up here, put his helmet on, and get out here.
That is something that he has never had to experience in his life.
Had to be gnawing at him, having those drops and knowing that the media was going to be on him about it. But I got to ask you guys, and not trying, maybe you could tease this for the next segment, but George Pickens had 4 targets, 3 catches. I followed his career. You guys know his career well as also. Do you think that this is something that could be potentially bubbling under the surface if you don't get him more targets than that?
No, he had does the pass interference count?
No, so I'm talking about the number of targets.
No, but I'm talking about pass interference doesn't get a target.
Okay, so that's 5.
The ball got down to the goal.
So five targets for 3 versus 13 targets for CeeDee Lamb and 7. So I don't. My thing is I don't believe that George Pickens came to Dallas to be Batman. I mean, to be Robin to CeeDee's Batman. And you're looking at 2 apex guys in the league that believe in their ability. And in that moment, that last play that you're talking about, you probably already knew, like the confidence that Dak has in CD, he's going to come right back to him even after those drops. Yeah. But if you have another guy out here, it's not like he's Alvin Harper to, his Michael Irvin. You have a guy that believes in his ability as well that is also clutch. So that's maybe something that I think that could be brewing down the road.
You could see when he caught that amazing comeback and this is after CD had dropped maybe 1 or 2, and how he came back to it.
He extended his arms.
Hands.
Yeah.
It was strong.
Yeah.
And when he caught it, he really never brought it in because he was on the sideline. So he was like showing.
Like big brother, little brother.
I think it was one of the coaches or somebody was there, and I think he just looked at that person, and it was almost he was saying, "Come to me. Come to me." You can see it. Come on, man, I'm here.
Yeah.
And you get emotional during the game. I'm sure he's not trying to show anybody up. It's like, come on, man, come to me. I'm over here too. And I don't think it's going to be bubbling. I think Dak is going to realize this is going on. I think the coaches are going to be understanding of it. But what I did see was if CD catches those balls, then Pickens, he's not going to complain at all.
No.
And so,
well, there's going to be more targets potentially for Pickens because the drive will continue too.
There you go.
Down in the red zone. By the way, do you think are things bubbling already in Philadelphia that A.J. Brown got 1 target?
Heck yeah.
And not until the last possession.
Right. That's right.
As it should be. Him and Devontae Smith.
Devontae got 3.
That could be because, not necessarily getting targeted, but you don't throw that ball and you scramble because you got good coverage in the secondary.
Right.
That's what I saw. I'm sure he's down there in the red zone. He doesn't want to necessarily throw the ball, but if he's going to throw it, he will want somebody to be open. I didn't see anyone open when he scrambled for those 3 touchdowns.
He was open. He was open to run.
Yeah.
All right, we continue with more Mick shots in just a moment.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam, and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman here. As the official pitmaster of the Dallas Cowboys, you know I take cookware seriously, especially when it comes to America's team. So when the Cowboys are away, I'm putting my Yeti cast iron skillets to work to make my game day favorites for friends and family. I'm talking chicken fried steak, skillet queso, and peach cobbler. And just like the Cowboys are forever, so are these heirloom cast iron skillets. Check out the full line of skillets on Yeti.com or at a Yeti store near you.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today and receive access to Cowboys Drops, where you can win game tickets, autographed items, exclusive experiences, and more. Download the app now to join.
Drops?
So, yeah, I thought this.
What did I say?
It said drops.
Yes, drops.
Let me say it again.
What kind of drops are we talking
I
about?
have no idea. I just read what they say.
Since we were just talking about CDs.
That's a new.
Wait. Are you checking?
No, I'm just
he did.
I'm
He
just
did.
checking the
He
copy.
wants to see
That's
how
exactly-
it was.
I
trying
can
to
read it back to you. I don't. Need
Okay,
you
read
to-
it back again. Read it again. Let's
No, it's
read it
drops.
again.
Yeah, I said that.
It's
I know.
drops.
Read the whole thing.
Exclusive. Cowboys Nation. Okay, Cowboys Nation! Exclamation point! Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, gets us exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today to receive access to Cowboys Drops. What the Cowboys
Access to drops, yeah.
Yeah, what do you want from me? Comma, where you can win game tickets, autograph items, exclusive experiences, and more.
We just
Download the
thought
app.
it was bad mentioning Cowboys drops.
Not on you.
Not on you.
It's let's rewrite that.
Cowboys Drops.
Okay.
Speaking of drops, go ahead. You got.
I've got breaking news. Breaking news from New York or New Jersey. Russell Wilson will start Sunday for the Giants against the Cowboys, per Coach Brian Dable. Wasn't even a real decision at this point. So there you go.
Bring us Russ.
I don't know what makes me more nervous is I just don't. It's not that our team is not good. I want us to be disciplined. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, we go in there. We went in, thank God, we went in with emotion. You know, we came in with poise, but we also had a lot of emotion.
Same
coming in that
emotion,
game.
right?
Right.
So
don't let that emotion drop now as we go on to the
So
next.
what is the lack of discipline? Was there a lack of discipline in some respects on Thursday night?
Not on our part.
Okay.
No, that was on their part. I don't know still what happened with Jalen Carter and how he's going to be treated. Did they ever talk about?
We haven't seen it. No, the
Haven't
league has
seen
not
any
come down with
suspension
a
or
verdict.
fine or anything like that.
Because really look at it, man, there's a lot of drama in that game. You know, I mean,
yeah.
from
Well,
the beginning.
Here's what I like with the guys you had on last night.
Isaiah Stanback and George Teague.
Yeah. They both said we both would have been thrown on.
Yeah,
We would have been swinging.
yeah. I mean, I don't care how big the guy is. You know, I mean, at that sometimes you just like you don't even think
Right.
logically. You
That's
go
your
into-
reaction.
Yeah, it's just a reaction, and that's human reaction. But
You spit on me, you in a fight.
it's a fight.
That's what they were saying.
I probably won't win, but it's gonna be a fight.
And Dak,
It's gonna be a
Dak
fight.
just kind of smiled and looked at the referee like, "You're gonna
You
throw
see
a
this guy?
flag?"
That's not 100% of
I
people's
saw
reaction.
an Eagles fan this weekend, and of course his take was, "Well, Dak spit on him first." Okay,
Oh, he didn't spit on
I
him
stopped
first.
talking. I just stopped talking. because then you know where that's going.
He spit on the grass first.
Yeah.
But that's the breaking news that our guy is going to start.
Russell Wilson is starting.
Look, Russell Wilson, we have to approach him the same way. And I think we talked about it Friday that a lot of those pressures or runs from Jalen Hurts would have ended up being sacks had it been any other quarterback because it was coverage in the back half of the defense.
That's the way Jalen does.
Yeah.
He does that. It's by design. He knows if he can't make the play down the field, he immediately starts looking, and he starts thinking as a running back, as a running quarterback, which is just what he was in Alabama.
So you said something earlier, something about it doesn't matter how you play. It's something about the play that happens, sort of like all the yards that Derrick Henry gained.
Yes.
And then he fumbles.
Right.
Because he's going to stiff arm somebody and be Mr. Strongman.
I got a text right before he fumbled saying, Derrick Henry is a beast.
Right.
And right after that, as I read it.
And as he was being a beast, he didn't protect the football, and it changed the whole complexion of his game.
Man, that's unfortunate for him, one. And then he passed Jim Brown in the game also, so you may want to mention that.
Wow.
You know, as he's being a beastly, but he's out there playing against other grown men. And the guys, and I've seen it not in every level, guys with bringing the peanut punch back. And I don't care how hulking your arms are, a guy pawing at that ball while you're trying to deliver.
You're trying to, he was coming forward with more effort.
Yeah. So, I mean, probably one of the biggest people I've ever seen. I've been around big people. That Derrick Henry is.
But how about this?
Wait. Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I saw Cam Newton on the field.
Yeah.
And I was in street clothes. And he just,
he's like, what the hell?
just ran by me right there.
Have you ever seen, though, a guy that is that strong and big, I get it, have bigger holes in your whole life to run through?
Like on the last touchdown run by him?
There was nobody. Nobody touched him.
Hold on. So
no one was in his way.
Do you think
would you get in his way?
Hold on. That's the question. That's the question.
That's it.
Did you see the defensive back that was supposed to be meeting him in that hole?
Hold on a little bit longer.
No, he didn't even touch it.
No,
because he wasn't trying to hit him.
Right.
He was trying to go for that side angle, and he was outrun.
But the hole at the line of scrimmage.
That's what gave him that momentum.
It was like no one's in his way. The blocking is unbelievable.
Well, that's what the DB was saying. Oh, my God, there's no one in his way.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be Josh Norman getting catapulted off with a Derrick Henry stiff arm.
Their blocking is unbelievable.
Yeah, but
and then once he gets ahead of steam, he's going to do his deal, right?
Because
if you saw all those other runs for 2 and 3 yards, he didn't run people over, right? They started catching up with him.
Well, still, I have to go for it on fourth down. I'm not going to give them the ball back. I'm going to go for it on that key fourth.
Oh yeah.
I got Derrick Henry. I got Jackson. We're gonna run this.
That might have been at the part where my TV was watching me, and I came back
well,
and
that
watched
was the
that
turning
later.
point.
That was it.
Turning point. Yeah, because once they punted,
they got
the momentum.
Josh Allen is really good, and I don't know why he doesn't get. We got an MVP last year, but a lot of people are always torn on him and his abilities.
Well, because he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, that was clutch, and he had some moments.
You got Mahomes. You have Mahomes to deal with.
His numbers in the fourth quarter were a quarterback's good game in 4 quarters. Just think about it. What he did, just zip right down the field twice, no matter if there was a fumble or not. Yeah, that was incredible.
Throwing to my guy Keon Coleman too.
He's your guy.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Keon. I love Keon.
Hey,
he's CD's cousin.
Hey, by the way,
this is his year.
The running back for Washington. Do you remember when I brought him up?
Chikori Krosky Merritt.
Yes, I brought him up after
otherwise known as Bill.
After watching the Shrine Bowl, and I didn't get his name right, and you guys made fun of me. And I said, yeah, but he can run.
10 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown yesterday.
That's right.
And stand on the table.
He is
Bill.
I did the research on it. He call him Bill. I did the research on it because of my ego. Okay, and my name being Bill. He is, as far as my research goes, the only thing I could find, the last running back named Bill in the National Football League was Bill Jones of Corsicana, Texas, and SMU, who played for Marty Schottenheimer's Kansas City Chiefs in 1992, 33 years ago.
Wow.
That's how rare it is to have.
You would remember the last Bill Jones. I'm glad you mentioned your ego before you went into that.
Anyone not named Bill could care less.
Won't you finish this off with OU beating Michigan? That's just the cherry on top. I know you felt good.
Oh,
about
did that happen?
Oh, man. Yikes.
Wait.
Are they playing elite defense? Do they have an elite quarterback all of a sudden?
Let's hear.
Did Missouri beat Kansas, by the way?
Kansas ain't Michigan.
Well, they acted like that.
Of course, Michigan might not be Michigan either.
not.
This year,
I was
but-
gonna say, yeah. Let's see how good
Although they got the number one high school recruit in the country playing quarterback for them.
Hey, Kansas State lost to Army, so
Yeah.
parity.
How'd Grambling do?
Played Ohio
Well,
State.
we did well. We did well. We
They
did.
did. They made a lot of money.
Yeah, we made a lot of money.
Made your $500,000.
We went away with the bag. We went away with the bag.
Hey, man. Mickey, why would you? How did Grambling?
But I mean, he was asking about the band.
Yeah, that's what he was
right.
asking about the fifth quarter.
The band, boy.
They're still at the shoe
They're still
playing right
playing
now.
at the band. No, they couldn't get them out of the shoe. They wouldn't leave. They jammed all night long. They don't know we come to jam. We come to jam all night long. That's what they don't know.
Hey, Ohio State fans like, are they still playing? It's 2 hours
And
later.
the few Grambling fans, they're like, yeah, keep it going, baby.
Keep it going.
Why would Kansas State pay Army $1.1 million to come play there? And because you're going to lose to Army.
Yes.
You don't defend that kind of a team. And Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma did the same thing about 7 or 8 years ago, and it went to overtime, and it was a 24-21 OU win. And this one, in regulation, it was about 24-21 Army
triple option?
K-State. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, Kenneth Murray, to bring it back to the Cowboys, Kenneth Murray was playing linebacker for OU. He set a record with 28 tackles in that game. He had 28 tackles against Army.
Really?
In
Oh my God.
Don't play Army or Navy. Just don't.
Yeah, that's a bad look. And I was at Tarleton calling the game, and Tarleton beat Army the week before.
That's right.
And it was like, oh, wait a minute, FCS, FBS. Oh, look at that, Kansas State. We need to invite them out here. Like, come on, guys, don't do this.
Nah.
Yeah.
Don't do
They
this.
set them up.
Yeah, they did.
set 'em up.
They did.
All right, at an active Monday here for Mick Shots. Tuesday's going to be just as good, right?
It's a day off for the players.
Oh, you have a homework assignment tonight because after the Giants this Sunday, what do the Cowboys do? They go to Chicago and play Caleb Williams and the Bears. And tonight, Caleb Williams and the Bears, that Ben Johnson offense is on display against J.J. McCarthy and the
Gotta stay up,
Minnesota Vikings.
Gotta stay up.
Okay, so you got to scout the future opponent there. All right, that does it for Mick Shots. Make it a great Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow at high noon.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?